Man, so one thing that I noticed, right? A lot of people they think money is about strategy. You know what I'm saying? So what do a lot of people they think about when they think about making money? They think about, you know what I'm saying, ways that they can save, ways to invest more or ways that they can double their income, right? But they leave out this one key thing, this one key term, and it's a psychology of money. See, it's not about strategy, you know what I'm saying, of how to make money, but it starts with the mindset before your bank account can grow and elevate. So today we're gonna be going over the 6 pillars of the psychology of money before we can start making it. All right. So what's good, YouTube, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Reese in the Cut. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm a 21-year-old content creator from Illinois. I do financial content, motivational content, and educational videos just like these. So make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Today's video is really interesting. We talking about the psychology of money. This is going to be real deep, so make sure you guys pay attention. Take some notes if you guys have to. Let's hop straight into it. So first off, the first pillar of the psychology of money, right, is the mindset. Money is a mindset before it is a skill. No matter what, you can make money, right? Anybody can make money. That is the most biggest misconception. Anybody on this planet, right? As long as you're old enough, or actually you don't even got to be old enough to even get a job. Anybody can make money. You can sell something, whatever. Anybody can make money, right? But in order to make it, keep it, and like grow it and get to the point where you reach financial success, the first pillar is the mindset. And the real reason some people stay broke is because it's not the lack of talent. It's not the lack of your income. It's not the lack of you don't know how to save, invest. It's the belief system. This is the mindset. Your belief system is the first step, right? Because if you believe money is hard to make, then subconsciously, you're gonna avoid opportunities. Think about it. So if you have the belief that that making money online is hard and you'll never be able to achieve it, if you think that, you're gonna avoid every single opportunity to come online and to make money online, right? Because you have already trained your brain that it's hard to make. You can't even do it. Bet you guys didn't even think of it like that, right? Because like, you know what I'm saying? You ever just said something that's so hard and you never even try it. Your brain, it trains you to not even try it. So that's what I'm saying. It all starts in a mindset first. Your mind moves before your money moves always. You can't make a dime off something if you cannot believe that you can make a dime off of it, right? A lot of people, you know what I'm saying? When I used to tell people, like, when I was growing up, like, hey, I'm going to make thousands of dollars and hopefully millions someday off YouTube. They're like, man, there's no way. Like, YouTube, they don't pay that much. But, me, I, like, block it out. And I still have the mentality that, like, hey, I believe I can make millions of dollars on YouTube. I believe I can make thousands of dollars on YouTube. So my brain is already trained. My brain is already trained that I can make that much money. So what's it doing? I'm doing it, right? I'm putting it into action. So simple as that, the mindset. You know what I'm saying? Change the story and tell yourself that you can do it and the numbers will change too. So that's the first pillar. The second pillar is your brain is programmed to protect you, not make you rich. All right? Your brain is naturally trained to be comfortable, to be not only just comfortable, but safe. Your brain is trained to be in a routine, right? That's why we always say create good habits, because your brain is simply trained to stay, you know what I'm saying, the bare minimum, right? The word comfortable is not comfortable for no reason. You love to be comfortable because, it feels good. Being comfortable feels great. From being on both ends of the ball, I've been in a comfortable situation and I've been uncomfortable. Being comfortable feels a lot better because you don't have to put your body to so much wear and tear. You don't have to put your mentals to so much wear and tear. You don't have to think. You don't have to do anything, right? But it costs you in the end because you're not going to reach financial success. And this is that second pillar of the psychology of money. That's why chasing big goals feels scary. That's why your brain does not want to, you know what I'm saying? Your brain really does not want to do that. All right? That's why it's so easy to tell yourself that something is so hard to do. Your brain thrives off of you keeping it comfortable. Simple as that, So it's like your brain, it's like you're not lazy. You're not a lazy person. Your brain is trying to keep you in the same place. You break this by taking small, uncomfortable actions every single day. This is those risks we talk about. Those repetition, the repetition, getting the shots up. You know what I'm saying? Creating those habits every single day. That's how you break your brain from becoming comfortable, by doing things that are uncomfortable every single day, right? And this is the third pillar. Wealthy people think different about time. Time is the third pillar of the psychology of money, right? Broke people trade time for money, and rich people trade money for time. There's a difference. So I had a great example to show you guys. So I brought this $20 bill for me from the video, right? So once you untrain your brain, so the biggest thing in America right now is the 9 to 5, of course, because everybody has at least worked a job, or most people has at least worked a job, right? But the biggest belief in America right now is that it takes a certain amount of time to make a certain amount, right? So I just brought $20 on here for just this example, right? Not saying that you make $20 an hour, but once you untrain your brain to believe that it takes an hour to make $20 an hour, it's endless. Do not put a cap on your brain. All right, there's nothing wrong with working the 9 to 5, but once you really go out here, make yourself uncomfortable, and you take the steps, trust and believe, you're gonna unlearn yourself from thinking that it takes an hour to make $20 an hour. Train your brain that it takes 10 minutes to make $20. Okay, there's a difference. So I feel like that was a good example. You know what I'm saying? It really, your psychology around time determines your income ceiling. That's what I'm saying. Your psychology about money is gonna be your income ceiling. If you train your brain to say, hey, it takes me 1 hour to make $20, that's gonna be your income ceiling. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense to you guys. I hope I'm not losing you guys, but you know what I'm saying? If you train your brain that it takes 1 hour to make $20, that's how you're gonna think internally, all right, for the rest of your life. But when you train your brain that it takes only so and so minutes to make $20 an hour or whatever, that's when there's no cap. There's no cap on your brain. That's psychology, all right? So that's the third pillar, time. The time that it takes to make money. You know what I'm saying? The fourth pillar, your environment, programs your financial identity. All right. If you're around people who complain, around people that think it's hard to get money, hard to keep money, hard to invest and save, you're going to end up becoming it as well. This is the fourth pillar, your environment. Do not become a product of your environment, because your financial pockets will never grow, and you will always be hindered around under other people. Their habits soon become your habits. Their words soon become your words. If they believe it's hard to make money, you're gonna believe it's hard to make money. Simple as that. We go over this a lot on the channel already. So, you know, your money psychology is a reflection of your circle. The way you think about money is a reflection of the people that hang around you. Simple as that. Now, number 4, that's simple. None too much to say. Now, number 5, you only make money at the level you believe you deserve. This is the 5th pillar, probably the most important pillar. Number 3 and number 5 are probably the most 2 important things, because these 2 are like cousins. They go together. I say they go together because number 3 is the time that you believe that it takes to make money. If you, like I said, if you believe it takes an hour to make $15 to $20 an hour, that's going to be your cap ceiling. You're going to think like that for the rest of your life. Number 5, if you believe that you deserve or how much money you feel like you should make, that's how much money that you're going to make. If you believe that you're only worth $20 an hour, that's how much you're going to stay at. If you believe that you're worth abundant, unlimited, the money is unlimited, right? You know what I'm saying? Self-worth equals net worth. Simple as that. Quote that down in the comment section if you guys are listening and you guys made it this far into the video. If you don't believe you're worth 10K a month, you'll sabotage yourself the moment you get close. You feel what I'm saying? Really, don't put no price on yourself. When somebody asks you how much you worth, say, I'm priceless. These are the words that you guys got to be saying in 2026. We don't got no net worth on this channel. We're priceless. We get up every day and we don't know how much we gonna make. We don't know how much somebody gonna put in our hands. We don't know how much the world is gonna give us because we're priceless people. We bring value to the table. You know what I'm saying? You ever had somebody ask you, what do you bring to the table? Tell them I bring value to the table. And then you can't put a price on value. You see what I'm saying? So simple as that. So increase your standards, increase your income. Hold yourself to a higher standard. Know that you bring value to the table and there's no price line you can put on that. Simple as that. Last pillar, last but not least, number 6. Money is emotional before it's mathematical. You know what I'm saying? You don't overspend because you're bad at math. You overspend because you're feeling an emotional gap. Remember that. You know what I'm saying? We're not bad at calculating money. We're not bad at counting money. You know how much money you got. You just spending a lot of money to fill a lot of emotional gaps, make yourself feel good. You know what I'm saying? To patch up a lot of wounds, things and that. A lot of you spend based off of emotions, you know? And that's the psychology of money right there. You know what I'm saying? You don't invest because you're dumb. You don't invest because you have fear. You know, you don't invest because you just be going off your emotions. Simple as that, man. So master your emotions and you master your money. And that's the psychology of money right there. I just broke it down step by step. Each 6 pillars. Now, even if you just master 2, I recommend you master 3 and 5 and you gonna win. I ain't gonna lie. Master that it does not take an hour to make $20 and master knowing that you're valuable and that you're priceless and that you can't put a price on you. And that's how much you gonna make. Abundancy, unlimited money. All right. So stop saying that, hey man, stop saying that, hey, I make $20 an hour. And stop being proud of that shit, bro. Ain't nothing to be proud of that you made $15 an hour. Say I'm valuable and I'm unlimited, I'm priceless. That's what you need to be proud about. Because honestly, you worth a lot more than $15 to $20 an hour. I'm worth more than a lot than $15 to $20 an hour. I know that. So when people ask me how much I make an hour, I say, look, I'm priceless, baby. I'm priceless. I'm valuable. I know what I bring to the table. I'm not there yet, but just know I'm priceless. So y'all stay down. Y'all stay disciplined. You know what I'm saying? Self-worth is net worth. Remember that. Yeah, I know I love this. See, I know I'll be back with more content. Hey, skate.